Senator O'Sullivan, you have the call.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister for Indigenous Affairs, Senator Scullion. Will the Minister update the Senate on the rebuild of Galiwinku following tropical cyclones Lam and Nathan last year? And how is the government working in partnership with the Northern Territory Government and the community to rebuild the community and repair housing?
The Minister for Indigenous Affairs, Senator Scullion.
I thank the Senator for that question, and it's a timely question as we've just passed the one-year anniversary of the 20th of February 2015, when the terrible damage and destruction that was caused across north-east Arnhem Land by Cyclone Lam. I'm pleased to be able to report that the Commonwealth has been working in close partnership with the Northern Territory Government and the community to make sure that the rebuild effort is as successful as possible. Immediately following the cyclones, thousands of fallen trees were cleared. The Northern Territory Government got straight in there to restore all essential and community services to keep the community functioning. And through joint Commonwealth and Northern Territory Government funding, we've completed major and moderate repairs to 160 houses in Galiwinku and are well underway in the construction of a further 80 houses that are being rebuilt. Most importantly, Mr President, local Aboriginal businesses like Gumatj Timber have been contracted, in Gumatj's case, to make all of the roof trusses that will build long-term capacity in the region. All the roof trusses are built out of the local Eucalyptus tetradonta. I was fortunate enough to spend the day in Galiwinku last month, and I must congratulate the community on their resilience and participation in the building effort. One positive that came from the rebuilding process was government's commitment to work with the community, and I was pleased to observe how the community views have been taken into account throughout the rebuild. From ensuring that the rebuilding program was structured to support local employment and ensuring that temporary accommodation was away from the sites that the local leadership had earmarked for economic development projects. And during my visit last month, Mr President, I was very impressed that residents wanted to talk to me about their ideas for new businesses, everything from taking on a new fishing licence to running a landscaping option for all the new houses. This community has ideas, and it's this government's place to set the foundation to allow these to grow and not get in the way. Further works are being planned, including a new clinic, additional cyclone shelter and multi-purpose hall to ensure the community is functioning again at full capacity and ready for any future challenges that come our way.
Minister. The time for answering the questions expired. Senator O'Sullivan,
supplementary question. Thank you, Mr President. To the Minister, can the Minister inform the Senate of any long-term benefits from the rebuild program in Galiwinku, including any jobs that may have been created for local residents?
Minister.
A clear objective is that the Commonwealth and Northern Territory governments, what we absolutely share is to maximise community participation, employment and training in the rebuilding of Galiwinku. Whilst the damage caused over 12 months ago was terrible, we must also think about the opportunities that came our way. I'm very pleased that those opportunities have not been ignored. We now utilise local labour and support local businesses to rebuild the program. Half of the workforce, Mr President, half of the workforce constructing the houses are Yolngu. Over 90 local Yolngu people got a real job through rebuilding project across a range of construction disciplines and key roles like managing the evacuation camp and community clean-up. I congratulate the Chief Minister Adam Giles for sharing this vision that requires work being completed in Aboriginal communities to meet high targets for Indigenous contracting and procurement. This is an example we should follow across government.
Thank you, Minister. Senator O'Sullivan, final supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. How is the rebuild work in Galiwinku linking in with other government programs to support better outcomes for Aboriginal residents in the community?
Minister.
The Commonwealth and Territory governments are focused in on making this investment build of other programs and deliver the change needed to make the improvement sustainable and part of our efforts to gather an intergenerational disadvantage in remote and Indigenous communities. The employment outcomes from the rebuild program are outstanding, and I'm pleased to see that the days of fly-in, fly-out workforce, white men with nail bags, appears to be behind us in Indigenous Affairs. The local community development program provider, the Arnhem Land Progress Association, has been front and centre in working with myself and the Northern Territory Government and contractors to secure placements and training and ultimately real jobs for job seekers in Galiwinku. The new Community Development Program provides communities with the flexibility to engage job seekers in a wide range of activities and pays providers based on outcomes rather than just engagement. We can see how this Commonwealth program is working with this rebuild to leave a lasting benefit and legacy for the community.
Thank you, Minister. Attorney General.